The great lie of the American dream says,
no matter what your background is, no matter where you're from, here in America, if you work extremely hard, you will be able to get ahead. You will be able to change your class status and make it.
in today's workforce, if an American company or business posts about a job opening and you want to apply for it, you will be required for an entry-level position to have 4 to 6 years of experience. Wait, what? What if you don't have any experience? What are you supposed to do? When applying for a job, it's important to consider what that job is paying. Well, you are shit out of luck there. American companies and businesses won't tell you what a job is paying until you get to an interview. Wait, what? How can I figure out if applying for this job is worth my time and make an informed decision if I don't know how much the job I'm applying for will pay me? This practice of not telling people exactly what a job will pay, exactly, not a range, exactly what a job will pay, should be completely fucking illegal. Once you get to an interview, you'll discover that the job that requires 4 to 6 years of experience, the one with competitive pay, is actually only paying minimum wage, or $1 or $2 above it. Wait, what? I can't pay my rent and buy groceries on a couple bucks above minimum wage? What am I supposed to do? If you're lucky and a company wants to hire you, the company, in what they believe is a smart negotiating tactic, will say,
"Here's our offer. It's half of what you asked for. But don't worry. If you work hard, your salary will increase in the future."
This will be a complete and total lie. What's really being said when someone across a table says this to you is,
"Take these breadcrumbs, and maybe, just maybe, one day we'll feed you more."
One day? But if I can't eat right now, I'll die.
Watch your tone. You better respect us.
what is it with you boomers and fucking respect? You don't get to demand respect while you walk around doing untrustworthy, disrespectful, and dishonorable things. Respect, just like trust, has to be earned. And what have you done to earn my trust? You've crashed the economy twice. You've made owning a home impossible. You've destroyed the planet. You've widened the income inequality gap. And you refuse to do anything at all about social justice issues. Why do I have to respect that? If you're lucky enough to get hired, you will be expected to stay late whenever you're asked. Without overtime, you will be asked to stay late often. If you say no, you will be fired. You will be expected to reply to texts and emails after normal working hours, even if your contract says that's not allowed. If you don't comply with every single request in those texts and emails, or if you choose not to respond, you will be fired. But everything's okay. Despite the odds, you were hired. And since your hiring date, you have shown that you are capable in your position. Management took note of this, and because you're so capable, they decided to fire the person above you and the 2 people below you. Management now expects you to do the work of 4 people in a shorter and more efficient amount of time. Management will not offer you a raise. Now you have to stay even later. If you work 30 to 40 hours a week in America, American companies and businesses, by law, have to provide you with options for health insurance coverage. They don't have to pay all of it, just some. To get around this law, American companies and businesses will only let you work for 29.5 hours a week. If you're lucky enough to be granted health insurance coverage, you will justify your terrible hours and awful pay by saying,
Well, I'm doing the work of 4 people and barely sleeping, but at least I have health insurance.
and then, after looking at the numbers, you'll realize that, yes, while you do have health insurance, you won't be able to afford your coverage's deductible or its co-fees. Wait, what? What if I get sick? What am I supposed to do? How can I, as an American, save up enough money to change my class if I have to drain my savings every time I get sick? If you somehow make it past a year in your new job without having a nervous breakdown, like the messy one I had when I worked in an office, you'll finally start to breathe a little easier when, after saying that they want to help you out, management will start to interview people to work under you. The person they eventually hire will be younger than you. You'll be so happy to finally have some support. Over the next 3 to 6 months, you'll train this inexperienced person, this kid, in how to do your job. They'll pay the kid almost nothing. Once the kid begins to show the slightest bit of competence, management will fire you and give your 4 jobs to the kid. The kid will not get a raise. Now you're unemployed and have no health insurance. All of this happens while you're living with your parents or a roommate because you cannot afford to live alone, buy a home, or start a family due to the extreme cost of everything and the soul-crushing weight of your student loan debt. This is what it's currently like for millennials and everyone younger than them in America. Does any of that sound like a dream to you?